Two arrested in Daniel Prude protest in Rochester, Justice Department announces. These arrests are not about deterring free speech. Two men who allegedly attacked police officers in Rochester, New York, during a weekend protest over the suffocation death of a black man who have been arrested, federal officials said Wednesday. The Justice Department announced criminal charges against Adam Green of Dansville and Dallas Williams-Smothers of Rochester, both 20 for civil disorder during a Saturday demonstration. Both face up to 5 years in prison and up to $250,000 in fines. James Kennedy, the United States Attorney for the Western District of New York, said the arrests occurred as 1,500 people gathered in downtown Rochester near police headquarters. Green was wearing a helmet and carrying a makeshift wooden shield when he and a group of people refused to disperse after police declared an unlawful assembly, Kennedy said. When an officer approached him, Green swung the shield and struck the officer in the head, authorities allege. The officer sustained a cut nose, and Green eventually was arrested after fighting with the officers, authorities said. In a separate incident on the same night, a Rochester police officer saw Williams-Smothers ignite a mortar-style commercial-grade firework and throw it at a line of officers. The projectile made a loud noise, but no officers were injured. Police Smothers fled on foot and was arrested a short time later. Inside his belt pouch were two similar fireworks, Kennedy said. These arrests are not about deterring free speech, he said. They are about deterring violent and dangerous criminal activity. Officers have been targeted with rocks, bottles, lit fireworks, and other projectiles amid the unrest, authorities said. Rochester has had nightly protests over the death of Daniel Prude, a black man who died a week after a March 23rd encounter with police. Officers put a spit hood over a naked Prude who had been suffering a mental health episode and allegedly pressed his head onto the pavement. His death was ruled a homicide by complications of asphyxia in the setting of physical restraint. On Tuesday, Rochester Police Chief La Ron Singletary and two other senior command staff members resigned. Two other officers voluntarily returned to their prior rank. In a statement, Singletary said his actions were being mischaracterized. Mayor Lovely Warren had questioned Singletary handling of the case, saying she was misled about the circumstances of Prude's encounter with police. Last week, she suspended seven officers involved with pay pending an investigation. Rochester Police Locust Club President Mike Mazzo on Wednesday urged Warren to step down following the resignation. The union represents uninformed police officers. There's a need for change, Mazzo said. I think that we have a whole command staff walk out the door. Something is wrong. I think too many people are involved in this that know the truth. And for some of them that haven't figured out the truth, I hope the others learn soon. Warren responded to Mazzo's remarks in a statement of her own obtained by the WROC-TV. For 30 years, the problem with policing in Rochester are cops like Mike Mazzo that watch the video of Daniel Prude's death and see nothing wrong, she said. Mike Mazzo and his ilk exist only to protect and serve themselves, and certainly not the people of the city of Rochester. She also urged Mazzo to resign.